All right, guys, we got to talk about this. Republicans have a very, very serious problem, and I don't think anybody is really talking about it in an effective way. And nobody's sounding the alarm as much as it needs to be, okay? So this new poll came out that I wanted to share with you. It's an Angus Reid poll. 1,928 people involved in this poll. Ready? So among Trump voters, when you ask them, will you accept or doubt the election results? The people who answered accept it if Trump wins, but doubt it if Harris wins, 72%. 72%. Only 23% of Trump voters say, I will accept it if Trump loses. And I love the what a random category this is. 4% say, I would doubt it if either one of them wins. Like, what does that mean? My guy won, but I also am not sure if he actually won. Maybe he stole it. Well, to be fair, that could actually happen with Trump because he tried to steal the last time. But 72% of Trump voters, 72% in this poll, I will not accept it if Kamala wins. If Kamala wins, it's fake. If Trump wins, it's real. 72%. Now, I remember in the wake of January 6th, there was a poll that came out immediately after January 6th. Trump had his lowest approval rating ever. I forget what the number, 31% or something like that. It was very, very, very low. People were like, okay, you know what? You crossed the line. It's too far. When you looked at polls, hey, do you condemn January 6th and what happened? It was the majority of Americans, right? Even the polls within that first year or two, the majority of Republicans thought like, yeah, Kamala or the Democrats won and Trump lost. So in other words, all the stop the steal bullshit, it's not real. It was a majority of Republicans who felt that way. Then slowly over time, because of Trump's relentlessness and his propaganda, at one point it became a little over 50%. Said, no, Trump actually won the election, they stole it from him. So he was able to flip the poll, right? And then now that propaganda is so severe and so extreme and so relentless, and they bring it up so often that now it's an article of faith among MAGA. Trump won. It was stolen from him. That's what we will believe till our dying day. So now this is the highest number I've ever seen. 72% of MAGA says if Trump wins, it's legit. If Harris wins, it's not. Can we stop pretending like things are equal? Can we stop pretending like, oh, both sides have problems and stuff? Can we stop pretending that, please? We have to, for the sake of the country. Anybody who is responsible on the right, anybody, whether you're an average voter or you're in media or you're a politician, anybody, they would have to come out and denounce this and call a spade and say, you know what? You guys are just wrong. You're just wrong. You've gone full conspiracy-brained idiot. And that's the thing between Fox News and One American News and Newsmax and all the right-wingers online and Twitter and social media. They've reinforced this belief. They just, drink up partisan slop on a daily basis to the point where they convince themselves of things that are preposterously untrue. And I don't know what to do about that problem. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and pretend like, oh, yes, most of the people on that side are reasonable and they're just fellow Americans. No, I'm not going to do that. When they're broadcasting up front, if our guy loses, it is by definition rigged and stolen. Because then what's he doing? He's priming those people. Hey, if I lose and I give an address and say, hey, it's time to get to action, what are these people going to do? What are they going to do? Are they going to riot? Are they going to storm state capitol buildings? Are they going to not certify the election? We have 70 MAGA election deniers who are in charge at the state and local level of certifying elections, right? They're already waging lawsuits about the election already. They're doing it. They're trying to throw out mail-in ballots, all sorts of stuff. You have ballots that were lit on fire by conservatives. And this is what happened. So they've created this environment of misinformation and conspiracy theories and lies and bullshit, and they are completely primed to go full authoritarian in a situation where they lose. That is unsustainable as a country. Unsustainable. People on the right need to stand up, be a leader, call a spade, and tell everybody, you got to get past this. You guys have lost your fucking minds in the internet era. You have. You're drunk on propaganda and you can't see straight. And I say this, but what's more likely to happen is the exact opposite of what I'm proposing here. What's more likely to happen is the next time they do a poll on this is going to be like 80% of Trump voters are going to say, I'm not going to accept it if Kamala wins. It's stolen if she wins. But like the idea that they can't even fathom that their guy could lose legitimately is terrifying. They are completely and utterly brainwashed. There's no other word for it. Talk to anybody who's a liberal or a leftist or a Democrat. They'll tell you, is it possible Kamala loses? Of course it's possible Kamala loses. Of course it is. But you talk to them, 72%, I won't accept it if Trump loses. That number's gone up and up and up and up and up. And it is the Trump effect. He is the head of the snake. He's the one who started the relentless propaganda drive to pretend like he won in 2020 and to prime everybody that if he loses this time, he didn't actually lose. And we're all just sitting there acting like we're not sitting in the Titanic heading towards an iceberg. Well, I'm here to warn you. We are in the Titanic, and we are headed towards an iceberg. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.